Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today's article is about Japan and great heart that the Japanese government has in order to provide more financial support to other countries in need. That's why I'm wearing this red shirt for for Japan, who's the country of the rising sun, right? So, konnichiwa, Nippon. Hello, how are you? Good morning. But you guys, the Japanese people, are going to pay some price, or maybe it's a very good investment. We're going to find out. All right, let's see, my friends. This article comes from Reuters, and I sat on it one day because I was thinking, let me see, maybe these guys are doing even worse stuff. But no, it's good enough. Japan says to double fiscal support for Ukraine to $600 million because you have a lot. All right, so let's go. Tokyo. Japan will double fiscal aid for Ukraine to $600 million in a coordinated move with the World Bank. Japan, World Bank, Ukraine. Just keep this in mind. In a coordinated move with the World Bank to back the country's near-term fiscal necessities damaged by Russia's invasion, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida told reporters on Thursday. And I'm quoting, "Our country stands with Ukraine." Okay, end quote. Kishida said, adding, Japan will emphasize its fundamental stance to provide strong support to Ukraine with other nations in next week's US-Japan summit and broader Quad group meeting with Australia and India. Japan, a member of the Group of Seven, G7, industrialized nations had previously announced $300 million in loans to Ukraine in April. So, World Bank, loans, and aid. So Japan will lend Ukraine money that Ukraine somehow, sometime will pay back with interest to Japan using the World Bank. So this is, I'm going to be very ruthless here. This is some vultures who take advantage of a wounded uh, animal, in this case, Ukraine, to provide help by sucking the blood and giving more, blood in the same time. So they're sucking it, they give some blood, and then they sucking it. So this is how it works. These guys don't have the money. They're all in debt countries. They were going to borrow the money, send the money to Ukraine, and some Ukraine is going to be at their disposal because Ukraine has so many loans already provided with the help. That's help. That's not help. It's help, but in the long time, you're going to be this guy's servant. Done. I'm not saying they should not. When you help someone, you help without expecting something. Maybe building your self-esteem or your stroke your ego. That would be the consequence of helping someone. You feel good about yourself. That's why help is actually not a unselfish feeling because unselfish act, because what's unselfish? You are selfish because you do it also to make yourself feel better. So even if you do it without expecting any rewards, philosophically you're still doing it for gaining something, which is I feel so good about me. Whew, yeah, I helped Tommy and Michael. So there you have it. This is one aspect of this philosophical idea, but we're not talking about that. But if you give loans, you help, but then don't ask for money back, but you do. So yeah, it's kind of like halfway help. Nevertheless, it's better than nothing, right? No, I don't think so. Under the circumstances, Ukraine will never recover. It's always going to be a vassal state to this banking interest, international banking interest, and certain countries who work with them, who are able, who are allowed to. Um, I wonder what the Japanese voters and people say about this open hand that Japan has at what 6 million $600 million just going to a different country. Are they happy about it? Can they use it? Maybe build some schools, I don't know, some roads, some hospitals, I don't know, I don't know, things like this. Can they? Oh, they have enough? Okay, if you have enough, that's good. Great, great, good for you. But I heard a little bird told me that it's a big inflation over there in Japan. Also, the prices for food jumped many percentages up. So you're not doing that great. So how are you capable of lending money to another person in need when you are going to go and hit the bottom? Hmm? Oh, the politicians made the decisions in your names. Oh, I got that. Oh, because it's a democratic system. Oh, it works great, right? It works fantastic. And if tomorrow they're gonna say they're gonna give, I don't know, $50 billion to Bangladesh, that will be okay too. And if you don't like that, let's aid, right? If you don't like that, you can vote your politicians out in a few years. And in a few years, they might give some more aid from your children and your children's taxes that they don't have yet. So great, good job, good job. I like the system. I like how this works. So, and besides, what's the connection between Japan and Ukraine? That's the globe over there. Just look over it, not mine, but I use yours or maps and see where are they and what. Because you have the guy over the Pacific dictating, calling the shots. Let's put it this way. So I'm surprised that Japan affords to be this generous with the money it doesn't have. So guys, my Japanese friends, go and start working even more than you are, because I know your work ethic is fantastic. It's one of the most efficient countries in the world and with a fantastic work ethic. But you're going to work for less reward because your politicians and leaders that unfortunately with this way you voted for make these decisions. And it's not only Ukraine. Set aside Ukraine. Say something else. You give money to, I don't know, to Zimbabwe, let's say. That's every yen that's taken from your I don't want to say bank because you don't have anything over there. You own money to the banks. Let's say every yen that you earn is going part of it is going to go over there instead of going to your children. Do you agree with that? If you agree with that, that's fine. I wouldn't. I would like to know what's going on, and I would like to ask directly to a referendum. And I'm going to go with the referendum until cows come home. I will go with that referendum. Important stuff. I want to have my say. I don't want them to do whatever because they can ruin my future and my children's future in the 4-year term that they have voted in, or 5 years, or how long that might be. I don't have time to screw my life 4 years and later after, if the right people come voted in the office, until they fix what these guys destroyed. I look here in the United States and I see how things are going here, and I have enough. But nevertheless, what can I do? I'm going to work within the system and go and vote next time so they can, take care and fix things. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.